All right, let's dive into a word that you hear absolutely everywhere, right? From sci-fi to the tag on your clothes. Nanotechnology. It sounds like it's going to change the world, but what does that even mean? Let's get into it.
Yeah, it sounds super futuristic, right? Kind of complex, maybe even a little magical. So what are we really talking about when we say nano? Well, we're going to break it down. We're going to go to a scale that is so small it's almost impossible to picture, but it's a scale that is already changing everything around us.
So, it all starts with the name itself, nano. It actually comes from the Greek word for dwarf. But in science, it's not just a cool name, it has a super specific meaning. 1/billionth. And that's not just another word for tiny. No, this is a precise, almost unimaginable measurement.
There it is, 1/billionth. A nanometer is just 1/billionth of a meter. But, I mean, just staring at a big number with a bunch of zeros, that doesn't really help, does it? To really get a feel for this, we have to kind of experience it. So, let's go on a little journey. We're going to shrink ourselves down, like way, way down.
Okay, so our journey to the nanoscale starts right now. We're going to begin with things we all know and just zoom in, step by step, from the world we see all the way down to the world we don't. First up, let's start with us, the human scale. You know, about 1.5 meters tall. Pretty familiar, pretty comfortable. This is our starting point. Okay, now let's shrink down to something you're probably holding, or is at least nearby. Your phone. That's about 12 centimeters. We're still totally in our everyday world here.
All right, let's keep going. We're getting smaller, down to the size of an ant, just a couple of millimeters long. Now we're at 1,000th of a meter. You kind of have to start squinting to see the details, right?
And here's where we leave the world our eyes can see on their own. Take a single strand of human hair. It's about 100 micrometers wide. From here on out, you're going to need a microscope.
But believe it or not, we can go so much smaller. Think about an E. coli bacterium. That's only 2 micrometers long. At this point, we are literally 1,000,000 times smaller than our starting point. And here's the crazy part. We're still not even at the nanoscale yet.
Okay, and now we've arrived. The rhinovirus, yep, the bug that gives you the common cold, is only about 30 nanometers wide. We just crossed the line. Welcome to the nano world.
And finally, let's go all the way down, to the very code of life itself. A single strand of your DNA is just 2 nanometers across. We've done it. We've reached a scale that is 1 billion times smaller than a person.
Okay, so we've seen just how incredibly small a nanometer is. But really, how do you wrap your head around a number like 1 billion? It's tough. We need a better way to put it into perspective.
So yeah, how can we actually feel how small that is? What does a 1,000,000,000 to 1 difference really look like in, the real world?
Okay, get ready for this, because it's absolutely mind-bending. The difference in size between you and a single strand of your DNA is the exact same as the difference in size between you and the sun. Let that sink in. You are the perfect middle point between the blueprint of life and the star that powers our entire solar system. That is the scale we're talking about with nanotechnology.
Now, I know this all sounds kind of out there, super abstract, right? But nanotechnology is not science fiction. It's not something from the future. It's here, right now. It's probably in the room with you, woven into the stuff you use every single day. Seriously, just think about it. That jacket you have that makes water just bead up and roll off? That's nanocoatings. The super bright colors on your phone screen, or the chip that makes your laptop so fast, nanoscale electronics. It's making sports gear stronger and lighter. It's in our sunscreen, and it's leading to brand new ways to deliver medicine right where it needs to go in the body, or filter water to make it safe to drink.
So what are these nano things really? What are the actual building blocks? Well, we're talking about materials like silver nanopowder, which is amazing at fighting bacteria, so it gets used in medicine. Or you've got carbon nanotubes, which are unbelievably strong, and they're crucial for building better electronics and water filters. This isn't just theory. These are actual materials that scientists and engineers are using to build the future today.
Okay, so we've wrapped our heads around the scale and we've seen what's already out there. But you know what? The most exciting part about all this is what's coming next.
There's this great quote from Professor Nanjo Jorstad at Duke University that just nails it. The nanoproducts of tomorrow lie in your imagination. Think about that. We now have the tools to build things literally atom by atom. The basic toolbox is here. The only thing holding us back is what we can dream up.
So, we're going to leave you with this thought. We now know the truly mind-bending scale of nano, that we're standing right in that cosmic middle spot between a strand of DNA and the sun. So the question really isn't, what is nanotechnology anymore? The real question is, now that we know what it is and we have the tools, what are we going to build with it next?